Hey guys, welcome to From the Depths. I hope you really enjoyed that music. That music's in the game, but it doesn't loop, unfortunately. That's a really nice bit of music. Anyway, we'll turn it down so it doesn't get in the way of us. So, this is From the Depths. This is my boat. And this is my guy. We'll call him Frank. Hi Frank, how you doing mate? You alright? Yeah? You cool? What are you looking at? The blue yonder. We shall take it over, Frank, don't you worry. But right now, I'm going to show you some things, guys, because I've been playing around. We've been making some stuff. And I'm going to load in something which I've called my X1 Scout. Now, I'm going to have to jump in this and then turn it off because they have a mind of their own and they will run away. So, resume game, assume control of it, turn it off. Hey, oh, really? You're going to spray me with that stuff, are you? Right, jump over here onto our boat, quick. Right, we landed on the roof, that'll do. So I'll swap to the other camera and I'll show you around my boat. So this is my X1 Scout, guys. I built it as a prototype, really. It's a bit of a test bed. Firstly, I wanted to see if I could build a boat that worked. And yeah, I just wanted to basically see if I could build anything that worked. Got a keel. It's got a nice looking bow on it because, well, I don't know, I kind of really like that, the way it slopes off both sides. It's pretty good. I think it looks good anyway. The windows don't really fit in the gaps properly, so you kind of just got to make do at the moment. That's the glass at the moment, so it kind of takes up like a whole square. So it's a bit fiddly. If we morph through the wall, I've got some of my AI set up. This is basically what controls the whole ship. That's the main frame there, that's the main brain. On the proper boats, I think you're supposed to bury it in the middle or something, but you know, this was just a test. See if I could actually make something that worked. So we got the main frame there, and then that's got Wi-Fi on it. Got some Wi-Fi, and that will talk to my weapons controllers, but I'm not going to show you where they are at the moment. I'll show you those in a bit. Then I've got my target prioritization algorithm, so that is basically, if we go in and have a look, this basically tells the weapons what to aim for. So at the moment I've got it set up to go for the weapons first, then the engines, and then the propulsion. But if you've got multiple AIs, you can have multiple target cards, and you can set each one up to do different jobs. So if you've got, I don't know, anti-aircraft weapons, they only shoot at flyers, big cannons only shoot at ships, you know, that sort of stuff. So we'll come out of here. This one here is the movement, so this one basically tells it when to engage the enemy. So at the moment I've got it to I've told it to enter a broadside below 400 meters, and if you're above 600 meters to turn around and close on the target again. I've got a broadside angle of 80 degrees and a minimum broadside range of 500 meters. So basically my ship shouldn't let them get closer than 500 meters, basically. Idle approach distance is basically for allies. Turning circle, it's got a turning circle of 50 meters, so it turns around pretty quick actually. And it only requires water of 15 meters. I've set it up to work like that. So you're probably thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? Well, that's how you control the ship, basically. If you don't have one of these, your ship doesn't work. Now, that is an automatic control block, which is controlling my spin blocks, but I'm not going to show you my spin blocks yet. And that is my other their controller, which controls my other spin blocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump outside, and you're probably thinking to yourself, well, this is a war game, so why haven't you got any weapons? Okay, I'll show you my weapons, shall I? What we're going to do first is we're going to turn the AI back on, but we're going to just put it into combat. So, oh no, sorry, we're going to switch it to on. That way the weapon systems are on, but he's not going to drive around. Or should we put it on combat? let's put him on combat. We'll let him go for a little drive. We'll come out of here, and then basically, if we keep the camera at this angle, we press X, and we'll spawn something in to shoot at. So we'll spawn in a Sea Viper. Actually, let's spawn in 4. Okay, and if we hit back now, you'll see what I mean, where my weapons are. So it should have detected the enemy. Oh, and there goes my rockets. Yes, my decks open up. I have concealed weapons, and they should make a lovely meal out of the Sea Vipers. Oh, there's 2 down already. So, oh, there goes another one. Come on, zoom out a bit more. Oh, there goes another one. I mean, Sea Vipers aren't exactly the best thing. Look at those rockets go. And then they're just going to go off. And then when it's all finished, and all the enemies are dead, the weapons disappear and they go back into their little hidey hole. So, if you want to see that again, we'll spawn one from... If we get the camera to here, and then we'll spawn in another Sea Viper, and you can watch what it does. See, it opens up, shoots it off. It's going to go and find the Sea Viper wherever it is, but it's not over there. I don't know why they shot that way. Sea Viper's actually there. You're going to turn around? No, see, sometimes it's a bit derpy. The front ones, on the other hand, they're alright, they should work. Yep, there you go, see, they turn around, and then they go straight over there. Boom! Bye, son. And then they should just close. As soon as it realises the enemy is dead, they close down. So, enemy's died, and close. There you go. Down they go. And then you just go back into here and just click it on. And that will stop him from moving. But weapon systems are still active, so if anybody comes into range, they'll open up. Now the spin blocks, basically I've told the spin block controllers to open if, well, they go to 50 degrees. They take this whole section up, which is what's got the missile blocks on it. It goes to 50 degrees if it detects an enemy within 1,000 meters. I have then got a missile delay, a delay, on the missile controllers, so that it won't fire for 1.5 seconds. So it gives that plenty of time to open up. It also won't fire until it's got an enemy in range of at least 600 meters. So these will open up 400 meters before the enemy is, before the missiles even fire. So it's got plenty of chance. And then as soon as it detects the enemy has 0 health, it will obviously stop shooting missiles and close them down. And they have got a delay on closing as well, so they will wait for 2 seconds before closing, so that any missiles in there have got a chance to fire. Now it looks like it's listing to one side, and I'm not entirely sure, but if we actually jump in this and take control of it ourselves, I'll show you what this little beast does. She'll go 11 meters per second flat out. She rides in the water pretty nice. Bow up, which is what you want. You want the bow up, and you want the stern down a little bit. I've got a twin rudder on the back. Apparently you don't need twin rudders, but I have them, and it turns pretty flat, so it's pretty good. If I get you a better camera angle, because the camera's a bit fiddly on this game, so if we put it into a turn, see, she's perfect. She's turning at 11 meters per second, turning absolutely perfectly flat, which is what you want on your boats. So we'll go back over there into our little resource area, move the camera around. Come on, let's go over it. When the AI takes control of this, it goes like this a lot. It's like, whoa, wiggly, wiggly, wiggly. So we're just going to go back over here because I like this circle. It's my circle of safety. My circle of safety. And to stop the old ship, you just T and G together, she'll stop. The only thing this game doesn't have is anchors, but the boats, ships, whatever you want to call them, they kind of stay together, stay in one place. Now this isn't the only thing you can build. You can build other things like helicopters, planes, airships, spaceships if you want, space stations, fortresses. I could take over that island if I wanted to and put like fortresses and things over on the island. And yeah, I actually really like this game. It's taken me a little while to get into it and get used to the controls, but now I'm here, it's just a case of learning and putting everything together. So as I say, this is just a prototype. I mean, you can't even walk around the boat properly. I'll show you. We're on the top, so we jump down here. Now we can open the door, go in here. Now if we was to sit in our chair, when you go to get out you get stuck in the ceiling. It's a bit glitchy, so I think you need 3 meter high walls rather than 2 meter high walls. Now again, if we go down here, we can fit through here, but then we can't because that's in the way. It's just a bit annoying. But if we jump over, we can actually fit in here and we can actually walk down there. And then we get to the front and we can't actually get around the corner because although that's a meter wide, it's not. It's a bit awkward to get round. So we'll go in here, and we're back in the AI room again. We go back out to the back onto the deck where you have your cocktails and stuff, but make sure there's no enemies around, otherwise that trapdoor there opens up. Now the other good thing about this is you can build on the move as well. So if we jump our guy back up here, change camera, you can click on B and it takes you, oh that's one of my turrets. Click B and it takes you into the build mode, and it's centered around the block, so everything is around the block, and it's WASD space Alt to move it around. You can also click on G to orientate the block whichever way the camera's moving, which is a really handy feature. Or you can even press tab and then you can use, you know, the keys that you can see on the screen to move the block around as well. Really nice simple way of building. Click, it's literally click where the block is, where it's green you click. So if you want it to come towards you, you right click. When it's green you can build, when it's red it will delete, and it will come up down the bottom as you can see. So if you left click it goes away from you. So we've just deleted all those blocks. So it's a really nice way of building things. It's a bit fiddly, as you can see. If I change to one of my spin blocks, we're now sideways, and that's because the spin block is actually mounted sideways, which is that thing there, which is connected to my missile block, which has got all the wood and everything on it, which was a separate built thing. I built that and then attached it to the spin block, so it was kind of interesting to do. So if we'll change out of this one and we will come out of the build mode and we will go different view, and I will go underneath the ground, and I'll show you the engine room. So we've got a little engine room here which is completely sealed. Oh, there's a bit of armour missing. Oh dear. Anyway, so here's the engine room. Now this engine is it's fairly efficient. We've got 351 output to 0.00024, so it's all right. It's probably not the best, but it does what I want it to do. But the engines are changing because I've seen I watch a couple of guys who do dev test and all the new stuff that comes out before it comes out in the main game, and the engines are changing. So this engine will need to be overhauled or even completely changed. So yeah, got to worry about that later on as well. This is an air pump. So at the moment we have 129 square meters, well, cubic meters, sorry, not square meters, because it's we're doing an area, not a circumference. So inside here is basically it's not watertight, but it can be airtight, and that's what this air pump does. What it does is it pumps the water out and it replaces it with air. So as you can see, that number is going up and down. It's basically where the boat's floating and the water line is moving up and down. So it depends on how much there, you can see the waterline just there. You can see it going up and down ever so slightly, and that's obviously affecting the air pressure in here. And I've got one in each of these little cabins, and it's a good idea to have these little cabins, because if one gets shot, you've still got two full of air. As you can see, this is 224 cubic meters in here. It's a bit big, so I could possibly do with having another one, but it's the missile silo is so big. So yeah, that's my missile sitting under here. And I've got some ammunition processors, which you kind of need. I'm not entirely sure about these things. I don't know if you need them on every boat or if you just need them, you know, around, just to go through the engine. You've got to have ammo barrels, otherwise you haven't got any ammunition on board. I think that ammo processors take out of your metal resources, because it's all about resource collecting as well in this game, guys. This is probably a lot for you to take in. It's a lot for me to take in as well. I've got a couple more ammo processors there. Got a small onboard fuel tank, and an ammunition fuel processor, should I say? And then we're in the front of the ship, and this bit's actually full of water for some reason. Why is this one full of water? We've got an air pump. Okay, maybe it's not. So, yeah, and this is my colour scheme, guys. This is my fleet colours. So, we jump into the old build menu and go into the colour scheme. I have my fleet main is the dark colour, and then I've got a nice light blue for my secondary colour, and then I've got nice red for some trim, and then I've got green just for a little bit of detail here and there. So, green is, I don't even know if I've got any green on here. I've actually got any green on here. Is it all the way at the back? No, I haven't actually got any green on this one. Probably because I don't want to use it, but so this was my little prototype proof of concept vehicle for hidden weapons on a kind of nice yacht type thing. So yeah, I thought it was pretty good. So, drop us a message down below if you like this, or if you think you can give me some tips or advice on how to improve it. And I'm just going to spawn in one more vehicle just to show you that I'm currently in the process of building, but as I said, with the update that's coming out with the engines, it's probably going to change. So we'll load it in. Now, I've got an idea for a submarine, but it's a bit big, so it's going to be like a late stage game. As you can see, it's 71,000 metal at the moment, and it's not even finished. So I'll load this one in and we will show it to you. So we'll hit build, and if you hit caps lock, it actually raises it out of the water so you can work on it a bit better. And as you can see at the moment, I've managed to do the front end. As I said, I'm going to stop waffling. If you want to see me actually play some more of this game, if you want to see some building, or if you just want to see me go into the campaign and just derp around and try and take everybody on, I mean, I'm not going to be as good as some of the other people that are playing this game at the moment, but we can only get better. So guys, if you've liked what you've seen today, if you can click the like button for us, helps me out, helps the channel out, and if this is popular, would also help out this little From the Depths. I'm not going to call it a series yet. This is kind of like a first look sort of thing, give you an idea of how far I've got in the game, and if you want to see it some more. So if you do, drop us a comment or any suggestions down below, or send them through to the channel, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But until the next time, guys, be it this or be it another construction game, see you later.